And debt is not only an economic problem, it's also a moral problem, because we are used to think that we have a moral duty to pay our debt.
Yeah, rich people don't, but poor people do.
Yes.
It's quite an interesting thing that way.
Yes, okay.
I like to talk about the communism of the rich. You know, they'll bail each other out. They just won't bail you. Yeah, I think Michael Hudson put it quite well, that the modern financialization of the economy only occurred when rich people figured out that poor people actually do feel obliged to pay their debts, unlike themselves.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. The fascinating thing is why people feel that way. And what I was really trying to get at in that book on debt, it was very much an activist question. Why is it that when the idea of debt cancellation comes up, these sort of moral red flags come out, even with people who, you know, seem very decent and politically progressive? You know, you'll describe terrible things happening in the third world and babies dying of preventable diseases and collapse of hopes and lives, and they'll be very sympathetic. And as soon as you say, well, you know, debt cancellation would solve this problem, they're like, whoa. I mean, you got to pay your debts. I mean, they borrow the money. So why is it the morality of debt seems to trump any other morality? For so many otherwise, you know, people who would never really approve of the killing of babies under any other circumstance. And I started looking into it, and the more I looked into it, the more this sort of moral ambiguity, this moral contradiction, goes back thousands and thousands of years. It can, you know, almost everyone who's lived under a monetized economy anyway, in human history, has seemed to simultaneously believed, on the one hand, that paying back your debts is the essence of morality, and on the other hand, that people who lend money are evil. And it's hard to reconcile these two ideas, but people seem to hold them at the same time. So that's what I was really investigating in the book.